I'm astrologer and life coach Penny Dix. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, welcome to you. And I would love it if you could subscribe. So today I'm bringing you another of my short heads up videos. And the subject for today is about the asteroid Chiron. And today's date is the 23rd of December. So this is actually, what's happening today is that Chiron finally stations direct. Chiron has been retrograde in Aries for quite a long time. And here we have Chiron on the same day that we have the new moon in Capricorn finally turning direct. Now, I wanted to do a separate heads up about Chiron because I think it deserves a sort of more of a mention than just a kind of brief mention in a look at the new moon. So what's interesting with Chiron is that we know it's about healing, and it's often about wounds that we have, which might be emotional wounds, so not necessarily physical wounds, but emotional wounds, psychological wounds that are quite difficult and quite challenging. And with Chiron in Aries, and Aries being such a fiery, proactive sign, there can be a sense of urgency about wanting to address these difficulties that we have with our mental thinking and our psychology, and a real urgency to somehow address it. Or to the contrary, to just go la 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 la, I'm not going to look at that. So that's another aspect of Chiron, in its kind of asteroid state. So what's happening today is it's stationing direct. How is this going to be helpful? Well, what we do is we look at the event chart. And first of all, Chiron is sextiling, which is a really helpful aspect, retrograde Mars. Now, why I'm looking at this is because Mars can, where health is concerned, whether it's physical health or psychological health, it's about that cutting with sort of surgical precision. Now, whether it's literally that one has to have or has had to have some kind of physical surgery, which is always possible and probable for all of us at varying times in our lives. But Mars is also about, especially in Gemini, which is about communication, is about the surgical precision we need when dealing with our inner psyche and our emotions, and how we often need somebody else to help us to look at the wounds and scars that we carry from events in the past that really need healing. So with Chiron turning direct today, it gives us that opportunity to perhaps seek the right kind of healer for ourselves. That may be a therapist, a counsellor, a coach, might be a hypnotherapist, psychologist. You have to choose the right media or medium for you. Maybe a medium. Get in touch with Brandon Russ and have a session with him about connecting with your loved ones. That's another use of this kind of energy because, it's very interesting. I am going to just bring up mediumship briefly here because apart from Brandon, I do have another very good friend, Lee O'Neill, who is a very good, excellent medium. Actually, I've got two friends here, but another friend, Sean McGough, who is also an excellent medium. But why I bring these people up is that it's not about telling the future and psychic hocus pocus. They are actually bereavement counsellors. So, think about, if you've ever been to a medium, mediums are actually bereavement counsellors. You'll often find mediums are celebrants at funerals for non-denominational, non-religious ceremonies. When my mother passed, I had a celebrant who was not of any particular religion, she was a medium. And do you know what? Just talking to her the 2 or 3 times that we had together before my mother's funeral, planning it, and after, at what I sometimes call the after show party, but I used to be on the stage, so I would, wouldn't I? It's absolutely not disrespectful to my mother. She would think that was hilarious. So, but what happened through my kind of dialogue with this particular medium was an amazing amount of healing. And that's really what I want why, I don't know why this has come up, but I'm just going to go with the flow of this and trust it, because Chiron is about healing in all its forms, all its levels. And interestingly, it's of the event chart, it's in the 2nd house, which means it's opposite the 8th house. The 8th house, of course, in this chart is empty, but the 8th house is about death, rebirth, endings, beginnings, transformation. What or how do you need to transform through healing? And we can't always, as I said, do it alone. We sometimes need to find, sometimes it might just be that one friend at a kind of get together over Christmas that you just sit quietly with, even for 10 minutes, and you find that you have an incredibly interesting and healing exchange. So we never know where these kind of opportunities are going to come from. And, you know, Uranus is in the sector of this chart to do with communication. And it's trining, which is helpful. And I've already talked about the Uranus trine Venus, but it's trining Venus. So it's like saying, you know, healing can come in a lot of very unexpected ways. And to kind of trust that. And coming back to Chiron moving direct. There's a whole generation at the moment who have Chiron natally in Aries, who have been experiencing a lot of difficulties. You'll be around about 47, 48, 49, 50. You are the generation that has Chiron in Aries. And it will have been particularly tough for you. And with Chiron retrograde, that will have really, well, it will have been quite exhausting for you. So the fact that it's going direct is going to help. It's just going to speed things up a bit. It might bring some realizations for you to actually see things in a different way and in a better way, for you to move forward with you, with your plans, with your life. So on a day that we have the new moon, we also have this wonderful asteroid going direct. That's super good energy, super good symbolism. So on that note, I want to wish you a great new moon, as that is today. And thank you so much for coming to join me here. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.